So come onto your mat in child's pose. And if you do have your 2 blocks, just have them at the front edge of your mat. Take your knees as wide as it feels good, and then walk your arms as far forward as you can. Then let your forehead come down onto your mat. And on your next exhale, see if your hips can ground a little bit further back towards your heels. But at the same time, walk your fingers a little bit further forward so you feel a greater length into your side body. And then begin to let the breath in. And I often find it helpful to close the eyes in this moment to tune out everything that's happening around you so that you can go within. And so taking a moment to just check in with yourself and meet yourself exactly where you are. On your next inhale, go ahead and rise up onto all fours. Curl your toes under. And then as you exhale, round through your spine and bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, come forward into cow pose. Hug your shoulder blades together. Keep your heart forward, send your hips back towards your heels. Once your hips touch your heels, let your head release down. Inhale, roll and round all the way up to cat pose. As you exhale to cow pose. Take an inhale breath here, hug the shoulder blades, widen the collarbones. Exhale, hips back. Once the hips touch your heels, then the head goes down. Chin to chest, roll and round up. So feel for the undulations of your spine. Come forward into cow pose, keep pressing through the inner hands. Pause here for your inhale. Exhale, hips go back towards the heels. Once they touch, let your head release, but this time just hover their knees about 1 inch or 2 off the floor. Claw down through your finger pads, and then very slowly, slower than you want to, begin to move your legs towards straight. Try to lift the sitting bones first and aim to widen them apart. Keeping the lift of your sitting bones, then begin to soften your heels to the floor. And as you continue to press the ridge of your palms forward and down, sort of like in child's pose, can you feel for greater length in your side body? And then can you create more length in your breath? Take about 2 more full cycles of your breath here. See that your feet are hip distance apart and parallel, and then start to walk your hands back towards your feet. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, and once you're there, either let your fingertips just remain on your sticky mat or go ahead and grab a hold of opposite elbows. Shift the weight forward into the knuckles of your toes, and similar to cow pose, similar to downward facing dog, aim for the sitting bones to lift up and widen them apart. But at the same time, let the head be heavy and continue to pull your belly in towards your spine. At the bottom of your next breath, either palms to your shins or fingertips to the floor if they're not already there. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold back in, pull your belly in, release your head. Twice more like that. Inhale, stretch your heart forward, hug your shoulders back. Exhale, bow into yourself. One more time. Full deep breath in, Ardha Uttanasana. Full breath out, Uttanasana. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise to stand. Root your tailbone down as you rise up. Hook your thumbs together. Root your tailbone. Full inhale, stretch upwards. As you exhale, arc down towards the right. And so pausing here for a few breaths, be mindful that your hips do not lean over to the left like I'm doing, but instead pull your left hip in so that your hips essentially stay stacked over your hips-ish. And then as you contract into your right side body, feel for the opening into your left. Maybe take your gaze underneath your left arm. With your thumbs hooked, to the best of your ability, straighten your arms and draw your arm bones alongside your ears. With your belly drawing in and up. On your next inhale, rise through center. Exhale, come down to the left. And so as you come down to the left, keep firming the outer right hip in instead of leaning over towards the side. So you'll access the strength of your center a little bit more. And it just opens the body in a bit of a different way. Draw your arm bones back. Maybe take your gaze underneath your right arm. Smooth, easy breath. Keep pressing down through both feet and toning the muscles of your legs on all four sides. On your next inhale, rise to stand. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. As you exhale, walk forward to plank pose. Take an inhale breath here and stay for your exhale. You can hold with your legs long or you're welcome to bring your knees to the floor, but keep pressing through your inner hands. Take a full deep breath in. Lower all the way to your belly as you breathe out. Once you're down, place the tops of your feet to the floor. Take your fingertips wide. Inhale, rise to cobra pose. Shoulders back, throat back. Exhale, draw your heart forward and down. So we'll flow here a few more times. Inhale as you rise up. Heavy the legs and heavy all 10 toenails on the floor. Exhale to come on down. Follow the wave of your breath. Inhale to rise. Shoulders back, throat back. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. At the bottom of your breath, plant your palms beside your ribcage, curl your toes under, keep your knees on the floor. Look down as you inhale. Exhale, press up onto all fours. Inhale to cow pose, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Once they touch your heels, release your head. Lift your knees, downward facing dog. Take one full deep breath in and a slow breath out. Press into your left foot as you inhale, send your right leg high. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale to a three-legged dog, pause here. Keep your right leg straight and then roll your right hip on top of your left. Keep the leg long for this moment and draw your left hip back so that you start to squeeze the muscles of your left glutes. And then as you lift your right leg up, you can feel the right glutes working as well. Center the weight equal through both of your hands. Take one more full deep breath in. This time, as you exhale, now keep the shape of your legs, but bend your right leg. Squeeze your right heel towards your right sitting bone. And then keep squeezing it in so now you can feel your hamstrings engage. On your next inhale, square your hips, keep your right knee bent. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and pause. Look forward on your inhale. Step forward as you exhale, lower your back knee down. Inhale, rise, reach both arms all the way up. Keep your left arm up as you exhale. Take your right hand down to your block, and it can be on any height or fingertips come down onto the earth. As you stand into your right heel, pull your right hip back. And then similar to standing, as you contract into your right side body, invite the breath into your left side. And so can you sense for this duality of grounding down through your legs, plugging into your right fingertips, but also opening up into the element of space as you lengthen through your left side body. and lengthen through your breath. Keep hugging your inner thighs to the midline. And on your next inhale, take your right arm up, back toes curled under if you're not already there. Exhale, ribcage to your thigh, lift your back knee and swoosh your arm bones back. Look forward. Then inhale, just the arms float alongside your ears and breathe. Anchor your tailbone to the floor and lift your chin away from your chest. With your belly drawing in and up. Take one more full deep inhale, side body long. As you exhale, fingertips to the inside of your right foot and stretch your right arm up to the sky. Keep pulling your right hip back and aim for your right thigh to be parallel to the floor. With every inhale, think to lift your heart away from your belly. And as you exhale, twist, 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 twist. Let your breath move into your side and into your back body. Take one more full deep breath in. Twist as you breathe out. Crescent pose. Inhale, rise all the way up, full stretch. As you exhale, backstroke your arms. Bring your fingertips to the floor or hands to your two blocks as you shift to balance on your right leg. Take a deep inhale breath. As you exhale, Jiva squat, bend your left knee to the back of your right knee. Inhale, extend through your legs, left leg high. Exhale, draw back in. So take 3 more if you want to challenge your balance. Bring your hands to your heart center. But whether you've got your hands up or down, move slowly with your breath. So let your breath be the guide that unfolds your body. And then the next time that your left leg goes high, pause there. Hands to blocks or fingertips to the floor if they're not already there. Then bring your left foot to meet your right foot and fold forward, release. Halfway lift, breathe in. Bow into yourself, breathe out. Rise to stand, inhale, come all the way up, hook the other thumb on top, full breath in. This time as you exhale, come down to the left. Just one breath here, inhale deeply. Come down deeper as you exhale completely. Inhale, rise through center, grow taller. Exhale, come down to the right. Keep hugging your left hip towards the midline. Belly to spine, inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. Exhale, step to plank pose. Pause here. So once again, your legs can be long or your knees to the floor. But start to pull your hands towards your toes and lengthen the crown of your head forward. And even though your arms are straight, keep a little tiny softness at the elbows. So you can really start to feel the muscles of your arm bones beginning to hug in. Take one more full deep breath in. Lower all the way to your belly as you breathe out. Once you're down, keep your palms beside the ribcage, but place the tops of your feet to the floor. Using just the strength of your back, inhale, rise to low cobra. Exhale, halfway down. We'll flow here. Inhale, rise. Elbows in. Halfway down, lower. 2 more. Inhale to rise. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, rise up and pause here. You're welcome to keep the tops of your feet to the floor, or with your legs long and strong, lift them up, but spin the inner thighs to the midline. So little to no weight in your hands. Hug the shoulder blades together, curl up a little bit more. Straighten your legs even more. Take one more full inhale breath. As you exhale, flex your feet, lower your knees. Inhale, look down. Exhale, press to all fours. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, hips go back, heart stays forward. Once your hips touch down, lift your knees, downward facing dog. Press into your right foot, inhale to your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to a 3-legged dog. Keep your left leg straight. Take a moment here and notice how you're drawing your right hip back. right hip in is now you roll the hips open, left leg long and strong. So think half moon, hint, hint. Breathing here. So as you tone the muscles of your right glutes, hugging your right hip in, lift your left leg higher so now you feel that side of your glutes as well. And then keeping everything exactly the same, now just start to bend your left knee. So the hamstrings got to do the work here. Squeeze your hamstrings as you draw your left heel towards your left sitting bone. Then keeping your left knee bent. Inhale, square your hips. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Look forward as you breathe in. Step forward as you breathe out. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, rise and reach up, low lunge. Right arm stays lifted. Exhale, lower your left fingertips down to your block or to the floor. And as you ground into your left heel, hug the left hip back. Contract through your left side body. Now you expand into your right side body. Let the breath in. What needs to be let go? 2 more cycles here. From here on your next inhale, rise all the way up, back toes curled under. Exhale, rib cage to your thighs, switch your arm bones back. Look forward. Then on your inhale, just the arm bones stretch alongside your ears. Squeeze into your left glute, and as you anchor your tailbone down, really feel the lower belly pull inwards. 1 more full deep breath in. As you exhale, right fingertips to the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. With your right fingertips down, roll your shoulder into your upper back so you feel the collarbones widen. Then see if you can lunge a little bit deeper and bring your left thigh parallel to the floor. Lift your right heel so that it's on top of your toes and squeeze your inner thighs to the midline. So many things. So keep doing all of those things. Take 1 more big breath in. Twist a little deeper as you breathe out. Crescent pose. Inhale, rise all the way up, full stretch. Exhale, backstroke your arms. Lead with your heart as your fingertips come to the floor or hands to your 2 blocks. Balance on your left leg. Lift up from your right inner thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your right knee behind your left, Jiva squats. Inhale, fly your right leg long, extend your left leg. Exhale, draw back in. Take 3 more at your own pace. Remember, you can bring your hands to your heart if you want to challenge your balance. But going slow with your breath. So tuning into that idea of being in flow with the rhythm of your life. The prana, the energy which surfs along the wave of your breath. Then the next time that your right leg goes high, pause, hands to blocks or fingertips to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your right leg to the mat. Fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold back in. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise up, hook your right thumb on top. As you exhale, come down to the right. Belly to spine. Inhale, rise through center, grow tall. Exhale, come down to the left. Keep your right hip in. Inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. As you exhale, step to plank pose. Pause here. Knees can be up or down, but pull your hands in the direction of your toes. Press through the inner hands. A little softness in your elbows. Take a full deep breath in. For 5 counts, lower to your belly for 5. Anchor your tailbone down, 4. Squeeze the muscles of your legs, 3. Keep breathing, 2. Keep your shoulders lifting. We're gonna go to 0, that's 1. And 0, you're down. Place the tops of your feet to the floor. Form a pillow with your palms and rest your forehead down. Stretch back through your legs so that you can feel the muscles of your legs tone. Anchor your tailbone down. Stretch back with your right leg, keeping your right leg long and strong, lift it up. Spin the right inner thigh up towards the sky, straighten your right leg even more. Lift it up. Keep breathing. Lift it a little bit higher, 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 and then lower it down so it comes down even longer than your left leg. Stretch your left leg back, keep it long and strong, and lift your left leg up. Spin the inner thigh up towards the sky, keep your tailbone down. Smooth, easy breath. So what I hope that you're feeling, or the idea, just to kind of put your awareness in your body, is the hamstrings, the backs of your thighs. Straighten your left leg, lift it up, 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 and then lower it down. Both legs together, so bring your big toes to touch. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, both legs lift up. So if you started with your legs together and then they separated, it's all good, but straighten your legs as best you can. It's amazing how when they both lift, they don't go as high as just one leg. Keep straightening your legs, lift them up, and then lower them down. Bend your right leg so that your shin is vertical to the floor. Anchor your tailbone down, take an inhale, exhale, lift your leg up. Smooth, easy breath. See if you can lift your right thigh further away from the floor. Squeeze into your glutes, feel the hamstrings. Lift it a little bit higher, and then lower it down. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left leg. Anchor your tailbone down, and then lift your left thigh up. Breathe. So see if you can still connect to feeling your hamstrings engaged, even though your left leg is bent. So for the legs to move into extension, the hamstrings need to work. Lift it a little bit higher, lower it down, straighten your legs, bring the mounds of your big toes to touch. My psychic friends, you guessed it, bend both knees. Take an inhale, anchor your tailbone down, exhale, lift them up. Smooth breath. Try to relax your shoulders and your upper body. Lift the thighs, get them up even higher, higher, higher. Squeeze your glutes, feel the hamstrings. Lift it up, 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 and then lower it down. When you straighten your legs, curl your toes under, plant your palms beside your rib cage. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, press to all fours. Inhale, come forward to cow pose. Exhale, hips go back. Once they touch, straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Pause here for a couple breaths. So hopefully your legs feel a little bit more awake. Press into your left leg, take an inhale, reach your right leg high. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Look forward as you inhale, step forward as you exhale. Crescent pose, inhale, rise all the way up, full stretch. As you exhale, open it up to warrior two. I'm just gonna do my little pirouette so I can keep my eyes on you guys. From here, flip your palms to the sky. Take a deep breath in, perhaps lunge deeper as you breathe out. Keep your lower body as you have it. Inhale, stretch your arms up, hook your right thumb on top, straighten your arms. So with your thumbs in this butterfly shadow idea, see if you can pick yourself up out of your waist, but stay deep into your lunge so your side body is long. Draw your arm bones back into the best of your ability, keep your arms straight. Take a big breath in. Exalted warrior, keep your thumbs hooked as you breathe out. Of course, if it's too much, release your left hand to your back thigh. And keep breathing as you gaze underneath your right arm. So like we did these side bends on 2 feet standing in mountain pose. See if you can keep arcing, contracting into your left side to open up through your right side. Belly to spine, inhale, rise through center. As you exhale, open up your arms. Inhale, move your right leg towards straight. Exhale, reach forward, triangle pose. Lower your palm to your shin or to the block or earth outside your right lower leg. Keep squeezing the muscles of your legs as you lean your torso back. Take a big breath, stretch your left arm up. Then as you exhale, reach behind you. Your hand may arrive to your hip, to your lower back, or it might even catch your right inner thigh. And if you have it, use your hand to roll your thigh over towards the right side of your mat, but keep the connection down through the mound of your right big toe. And let your head move wherever it feels like a good place to be. And take 2 more deep breaths. Keep your left hand exactly where you have it. Look down to the floor. Half moon, shift onto your right foot. If you've got your block, take it with you. And like that 3-legged down dog that we did at first, hug your right hip in towards the midline so you feel your right glutes engage. Then lift your left leg high so you can feel the left glutes engage. And with your right hand behind you, feel how that rolls the shoulder open. Keep drawing your right shoulder into your upper back as well. Option to stay here or bend your left leg. So the fun part, you're going to keep your left hand where it is. The hand that's on the floor, your right hand, take the bind as you reach your right hand for your left foot. Breathe. Keep rolling the chest open. Stay committed through the inner right foot. If you're in the bind, release your right hand. Extend your left leg. As graceful as you can, bend into your right leg so you come back into warrior 2 halfway with your left arm behind you. Reach forward, take your right hand onto your right ankle, and keep rolling your chest open. With your hand on your ankle, press your upper arm into your right knee, and your right knee presses back so you feel the tone of your right inner thigh. Smooth, easy breath, 2 more cycles. Give your back leg a little more responsibility as you press deeply into the outer edge of your back foot. And then as you stand steady onto both feet, as you inhale, rise up, open your wings wide. Exhale, windmill your palms to the earth and step to plank pose. Pause here, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, chaturanga or to your belly. Then cobra or up dog, 3 breaths, your choice. Vigorously reach back through your toes and hug your shoulder blades together. If you're in up dog, only your palms and the tops of your feet are on the floor. Then with your belly drawing in and up. On the arrival of your next exhale, downward facing dog and pause. Take a breath. Press into your right foot as you inhale, take your left leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Look forward on your inhale, step forward as you exhale, rise to crescent pose. Inhale, come all the way up. As you exhale, open it up to warrior 2. So take a moment to find your feet pressing steady into the earth. Take a deep breath in, turn your palms to the sky. Exhale, lunge a little deeper. Inhale, reach up. This time hook your left thumb on top of your right and reach up. So with your thumbs, once again, in this butterfly shadow, pick yourself up out of your waist so that you feel your side body get really long, but stay in the depth of your lunge. I know it's easy to forget. Full right breath in. As you exhale, arc back into exalted warrior. And breathe. So as you feel for a sense of grounding through your feet into the mat, invite this sense of lightness by way of your breath. And let the breath create a little bit more space to create a little bit more light. Belly to spine, 1 more breath. On your next inhale, rise through center. Exhale, open up your arms. Inhale, move your left leg towards straight. Exhale, reach forward. Palm to shin, to the block or to the earth, outside your left leg. Press through the mound of your left big toe. Squeeze the muscles of your legs, then lean back a little bit. As the right arm stretches up, start to take it behind you. Once again, maybe the palm stops at the hip, the lower back, or it reaches all the way around for your left inner thigh. And then let the head be wherever it feels like a good place. And you might need to play around a little bit by shifting the directionality of your chin to get that good stretch through the whole right side. And even though your legs are long and strong, keep squeezing the legs, a little softness at the knees. Last cycle here. Look down to the floor if you're not already there. Half moon, shift the weight onto your left foot. Keep your right hand where you have it. As soon as your right leg lifts up, roll your right hip further on top of your left. Draw your left leg towards the midline. Squeeze into your right glute as you lift your right leg a little higher. Smooth breath, breathing here. Or now start to squeeze your right heel towards your right sitting bone, kind of like you did on your belly. You're welcome to stay there, or you can keep your leg long. Or adding on one more layer, start to reach your left hand to hold your right foot. Easy breath. So it's a little bit of a brain tweezer if you're lifting your left arm to hold your right foot. If you fall out, it's okay. 2 more breaths. If you're holding your foot, slowly release your left hand down, extend your right leg. Look to the floor as graceful as you can. Come back into half warrior 2 with your left arm long. Reach forward, take your left hand onto your left ankle. Brace your left arm into your inner left knee, and the knee presses back. Roll your gaze over your right shoulder. 2 more breaths. Stay low in your lunge, and even though your body's over your left leg, weight the back leg. We're going to come out differently on this side. As you look down to the floor, inhale, rise to warrior 2, open up your arms wide. Exhale, extend your left leg, parallel the feet, and take your hands to your hips. Move your elbows towards the wall behind you. Big inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge at your hips, bow forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need to come all the way down. Once you're down, release your arms, fingertips to the floor. Take a deep inhale, lift your chest, look forward. Keep the weight into your heels, and then walk your fingertips forward, almost like you're doing a wide-legged down dog, but on your fingertips. And so as you press through the feet and squeeze your legs, there's so much weight through the lower body that technically you could lift your fingertips, but we're going to keep them down. One more breath here. Inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, bend into your right knee, lateral lunge. Widen your right knee out to the side. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, lateral lunge to the left. Widen the left knee out to the left. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, lateral lunge to the right, and this one will hold a little bit longer. You're welcome to stay here. Belly to spine, you're welcome to hover the fingertips. Strong legs, steady breath. If your fingertips are up, bring them back down. Inhale, rise through center. Last time, over to the left. Breathing here, squeezing the muscles of your legs. You're welcome to stay there, or hover the fingertips with your arms alongside your ears. Easy breath in, easy breath out. If your arms are up, place them down. Inhale, rise through center. Walk your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Turn your heels in and bend into your knees. Climb your hands up onto your thighs. Inhale, lift your chest. So the toes are turning out. Right foot maybe at 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock with the left foot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right shoulder to left knee. Enjoy the breath here. You can use your hands to widen the inner thighs. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder towards your right knee. Maybe even look over your right shoulder. Sometimes I like to sway a little from side to side, or maybe just stay at center. Belly to spine, inhale, come up through center. Exhale, lunge a little bit deeper. Option 1, hands stay down. Option 2, arms come alongside your ears. And so if you're reaching your arms up, the shoulders are not above the hips. You're leaning forward ever so slightly, kind of like in chair pose. Hint, hint, that's where we're gonna go next. So lunge a little bit deeper, keep lengthening through your side body. Bend your knees, inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Put your left toes to the top of your mat, turn your right toes in, and step the feet together at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift your heart into your hands. Exhale, release your arms. Bend your knees so that your fingertips sweep your sticky mat. Keep your knees that low and come to chair pose. So like all of the work we did hooking the thumbs, straighten your arms, draw your arm bones back, squeeze into your glutes. Sink the hips a little lower. Breathe in a little deeper. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, ribcage to your thighs, push your arm bones back. Keep your torso as you have it. Inhale, reach your arms alongside your ears. Exhale, lift your heels. Option to balance there or Bakasana, plant your hands to the floor, shoulder distance apart. Wiggle your knees to the upper arms and then start to squeeze your heels up towards your hips. Allow for more breath. For my friends in crow, stay, keep pressing through the inner hands. If you're on your feet, on your next exhale, fold forward. Everybody take a deep breath in. Chaturanga as you exhale, step or hop. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog, 3 breaths. Shoulders back, throat back. Actively reach back through your legs. Keep your belly to your spine. On your next exhale, downward facing dog and pause. Full bright breath in and long breath out. One more cycle. On your next inhale, rise to your toes, bend your knees. As you exhale, walk, step or hop to the top of your mat and bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold back in. Bend into your knees, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, ribcage to your thighs, swoosh your arm bones back. Remember which leg is your right leg, keep that one down. As you inhale, rise to stand and draw your left knee into your chest. As you exhale, kick your leg forward. Take a big inhale, side body long. As you exhale, warrior 3. So if it's too much with your arms forward, you can always bring your hands to heart center, or you've got your 2 blocks there for a little bit more support. Whichever option you're in, anchor your tailbone down so you feel your lower belly pull in and you feel a bit more space coming out of your right hip so that you're not dumping the weight of your body down, but more so lifting up. Stay connected through the inner right foot. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, step back with your left foot, hover your ribcage above your thigh, look forward. Take a deep breath in, stay for your breath out. Inhale, rise to crescent pose. As you exhale, open to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Lunge deeply, pull your right hip back. Hug your shoulder blades together. Twist even deeper. From here, inhale, reach forward, plant your left hand down onto the floor, so not fingertips this time, but the hand fully down. Roll your left shoulder onto your upper back and look up to your right hand. Option 1 from here, as you spin to the outer edge of your left foot, slip your right foot halfway back for supported side plank, or all the way back and stack the legs. You're welcome to breathe there, or start to lift your right leg up. Breathe. From the inner left hand, draw your left shoulder into your upper back. For those of you that have your right leg lifted, keep it up, and then lower your right hand to the floor for a 3-pointed plank. Take an inhale breath, chaturanga as you lower. Then 2 feet down, inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, 1 breath. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Inhale, rise to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, ribcage to your thighs, push your arm bones back. Left leg stays down. Inhale, rise to stand. Draw your right knee to your chest. As you exhale, send your right leg forward. Inhale, side body long. As you exhale, warrior 3. And really go for length from your shoulders to your back leg. Even if you're not coming down very deeply, or if you have your blocks, allow them to help you organize your pelvis into a neutral position with both of your hip points pointing down to the floor. And then same idea, as you anchor your tailbone down, feel the lower belly pull in and up. Easy breath. Keep lifting your chin away from your chest. 2 more cycles. Keep your arms long. Step back with your right foot. Ribcage hovers above your thigh. Look forward. Keep stretching your arms long and strong. Keep the depth of your lunge as you inhale, rise all the way up. As you exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, twist to the left. Hug the shoulder blades together. With every inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, twist a little deeper. Then from here, inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, plant your right hand to the floor. Roll your right shoulder into your upper back and stretch your left arm up. Look up to your left fingertips. Breathing here, the transition is to spin to the outer edge of your right foot. Step your left foot halfway down. So if you have your foot down, the idea is that it helps you lift the hips up. Or perhaps the legs will stack. Or perhaps the left leg will lift. Easy breath wherever you're at. For those of you with your left leg up, keep it up and lower your left hand to the floor. Take an inhale and plank. Chaturanga is your exhale. 2 feet down, inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and pause. Take 1 full deep breath in, and a slow breath out. Press into your left foot as you inhale, take your right leg up. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Look forward on your inhale, step forward as you exhale, spin the back foot down, warrior 1, inhale, rise all the way up. Let the tailbone heavy its way down to the floor. Keep the front ribs drawing in and stretch up through your arms. Lift your chin. 1 more full deep inhale. Lunge a little bit deeper as you exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Hands to heart as you breathe out. From here, lift your left heel up off the floor. Shift onto your right foot. Come to stand and draw your left knee into your chest. From here, take your hands to your hips. Then bring your knees beside each other. So remember when you were on your belly. Anchor the tailbone down. Pull your left heel up to your left hip. Keep the tailbone down, then take the thigh bone back. It's like lifting the thigh away from the floor. Feel for the tone of your left hamstrings. Then keep that as best you can. Reach for the inner left foot. Then stretch your right arm alongside your ear for dancer's pose. Press your left foot into your left hand. Shine your heart forward. And feel for the dance of your breath and your body. From here, begin to hinge at the hips a little bit more. Your right hand will find your block, or your fingertips will meet your mat. Once you're down, flip the grip to hold the top of your left foot and press your left foot into your left hand, like normal Ardha Chandra Chapasana. From here, as you inhale, extend your left arm and your left leg. Hug the right hip to the midline, tone the left glutes. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, take a big step back, warrior two. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms to the earth. Cycle through or skip it. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Pause here, take a full deep inhale. And a slow, sweet exhale. Press into your right foot, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Look forward as you breathe in, step forward as you breathe out. Warrior one, inhale, rise and reach up. Take a moment to steady yourself here, tailbone down, front ribs in. And don't be shy of lunging deeply into this pose. I know it's like such a basic pose, but it's so hard. This is one of the hardest poses, I think. Good old warrior one, like old school retro yoga. One more breath. Big inhale, reach up. Hands to heart as you breathe out, pause. Lift your right heel. Press into your left foot, shift onto your left foot and draw your right knee to your chest. From here, take your hands to your hips. Bring your knees beside each other. Remember, like when you were on your belly, so tailbone down. You might notice your thigh come forward as you do that. Squeeze your heel to your hip. Keep the stability of your pelvis, then draw your right thigh bone back. Without letting the front ribs puff out, without the arch in the lower back, keep the tailbone down. So for me, I almost feel like my hamstrings are cramping up. They're working so hard here. Then see if you can keep the tone of your hamstrings. Stretch your right hand for the inner foot. The left arm reaches up alongside your ear. And then from your hamstrings, the engagement of your hamstrings is what takes your right thigh bone back into dancer's pose. Keep both of your hip points forward and hug your right leg towards the midline. Two more breaths. Keep pressing through the inner left foot, then slowly begin to hinge forward. Your left fingertips may arrive at your block. They may come down onto the floor. Once they touch, flip the grip to hold the top of your right foot, Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Hug your left hip to the midline. Squeeze into your right glute. Keep pressing your right foot into your right hand. One more breath. Then if you're in the bind, inhale, extend your right arm and your right leg. As you exhale, warrior two. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, windmill your palms to the floor and step to plank pose. Pause here. Take a deep breath in. Lower all the way to your belly as you breathe out. Once you're down, slide your forearms forward for Sphinx pose. So with your forearms parallel to one another and your shoulders above your elbows, stretch back through your legs, anchor your tailbone down, and then pull your heart through the window of your arms. Then turn on the breath. So from here, look down to the floor. From here, keep the tops of your feet to the floor. Think of cat pose almost here as you round through your spine. Then your thighs will lift. The knees stay down. Pull your elbows towards your knees. You should feel your core. And if you're shaking, you're in good company. And then from here, slowly keep pulling your elbows towards your knees. Lower the thighs. The pubic bone comes down, and then the heart unfurls forward, as does the gaze. We're going to do that one more time with perhaps one more layer. Take a deep breath in, then exhale, look to the floor. Pretend that you want to pull your elbows towards your knees, and then start to round through the upper back like you're moving into cat pose. And it's amazing, even with the knees down, how you feel the core. Breathing here, or keep your bum as low as it is. And this is weird. The tops of your feet will stay to the floor. Lift the knees. Super easy. Keep breathing. Keep your bum low. Lower your knees. And then unravel the spine. Let the thighs come down. Draw the heart forward. Good. From here, look down to the floor. Different this time. Walk your feet together. Curl your toes under and lift your knees. Let's come to dolphin pose. Walk your toes as close as you can towards your elbows. I hope you didn't put lotion on your arms this morning. Let you stay on your mat. Breathing here. So all of that action we did today with reaching the arms up with the thumbs hooked is to lengthen through the side body. Maybe take up one foot so you're in a one-legged dolphin pose, but keep your chest reaching back towards your thighs to get this big opening into the shoulders and into the chest. You can stay there or maybe lift up the other leg. If you have one leg up, switch it out and take the other leg up. Stay with your breath. If both legs come up, tone the legs so you feel the hamstrings engage. The inner feet and the inner knees touch. Slowly come down. Bring your big toes to touch in dolphin pose. Lower your knees to the floor. Then slide your fingertips towards your knees. So you're sitting on your heels with your toes curled under. Inhale, stretch your arms all the way up. As you exhale, take your hands behind you, interlock your fingers. And then from there, slide your left hand so it's on the right side waist. Draw your right elbow back. Draw your front ribs in, take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, tip your right ear down towards your right shoulder. If it's too much with your toes curled under, go ahead and release, but if you can, stay with it. Digging into all the little parts, all the little crevices. You're welcome to stay there or keep your left hand alongside your waist and reach your right fingertips down to the floor, or reach it up overhead, and then gently augment the stretch. I'm never sure if I feel this most in my toes or in my neck and shoulders. It's a big pose. From here, inhale, come up through center. Interlock your fingers at your lower back with the other thumb on top, and then slide your right hand to your left side waist. Draw your left elbow behind you, big breath in. And then as you exhale, left ear down to left shoulder. I feel my toes too, just saying. You're welcome to stay there with your right hand hugging your left side waist. You can reach your fingertips down to the floor or switch your arm up alongside to your right ear. And you're not necessarily pulling the head, it's just that little bit of weight that allows for a deeper stretch. And for me, sometimes the tight part is just in here. So if I lift my chin away from my chest, I can access that tension to create a little bit more ease. Last breath. From here, inhale, come through center. Release your fingertips beside your knees. Lift your knees, roll over your toes finally, and extend your legs forward. Give them a little bit of a shake. Have your heels near the front of your mat. And then bend your knees, reach your arms forward. Big inhale, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time as you exhale. Once your shoulders arrive, then let your head arrive. Place your arms alongside your body, walk your feet in, knees underneath your ankles, lift your chin away from your chest. And then like we did on our belly, like we did standing, press down into your feet. Pretend like you want to pull your feet towards your shoulders so you feel your hamstrings light up. And then begin to lift your hips. You can keep your arms down or roll your shoulders underneath you and interlock your fingers. Breathing here, or if you prefer wheel pose, plant your hands underneath your shoulders. And on your next inhale, move your arms towards straight. Whichever option you're in, press through the inner feet. Magnetize the inner thighs towards the midline. And let your breath move into the expansiveness of your heart. Two more breaths. If you're in wheel pose, bring your chin to your chest, lower to your shoulders. Release your arms, and then everybody lower your hips. Take your feet about the width of your mat, and then just let the knees fall in towards one another. Rest your arms wherever it feels most easeful. And notice what you feel. So this may be a great place to pause the practice. Or perhaps bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees butterfly wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Or perhaps extend your legs and extend your arms into Shavasana. If you haven't already, let your eyes close. Once again, tuning out everything around you so that you can focus on what's happening within you. Noticing for all the sensations. Noticing the thoughts without holding on to them or thinking about them. Just being aware. Just noticing. You're welcome to stay exactly as you are. Or one more pose before we sit up. On your next exhale, gently draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe gently sway across the lower back. Take your arms out to the side and let your knees come down to the right as you look over your left shoulder. And for the last time, let the breath move into your whole left side body. Belly to spine, inhale, rise through center. Exhale, knees come down to the left. Let your head roll over your right shoulder. Heavy through the shoulders and deep through the breath. If you are in the twist, keep your knees over to the left. And as you inhale, just reach your right arm overhead so that you roll to your left. And then support yourself up as you rise into a tall seat. Either kneeling or cross-legged. And then feel for the length of your spine as you balance your head above your heart. Feel for the subtle flow of your breath as it courses through your body. And on your next inhale, sit a little taller. And then as you exhale, place your left hand on your heart and then your right hand over top. And see if you can feel into the beat of your heart, the rhythm of your life. And gently bow your head in with a sense of gratitude for the blessing of your breath and this bliss body, for the practice and the community to practice with. Thank you so much for your practice today. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate your presence so much. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to pop them in the chat. As I remembered at the end of the practice, as at the beginning, remember that Yoga Soup is still open, and they've got so many fun little things for your practice or for your loved ones. And I'm also teaching again tomorrow at 9:30, a bit of a longer practice. You can sign up on my website. And I'll also be teaching my regular schedule on Mondays and Saturdays. See you soon. I know you like that one, Jill.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.